Hello friends, as part of Velocity Platform Essential Series, today we'll be covering on Velocity Data Raptors Overview. So today we'll discuss on what is Velocity Data Raptors and what layer it comes under Velocity architecture and what are the different types of Data Raptors available in Velocity Managed Package and the important components on the Data Raptor layout, like how we can import, how we can export, and how we can search, and what we need to follow, what are the different types of input output parameters are available. All that stuff we'll be discussing today. So my name is Suresh Vanjeri and welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn Velocity. If you are keen to learn more on velocity related stuff, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for notification. So let's get started. So what is service management? Service management is one of the layer which comes in Velocity architecture, right? So it helps us to read the data, write the data, transform the data within the Salesforce and outside the Salesforce, right? So there are two types of components which comes under the service management. One is Omnistudio Data Raptor and other is Omnistudio integration. So now what is Omnistudio Data Raptors? So Omnistudio Data Raptor is a mapping tool that enable us to read, write, and transform the data, which is coming from Salesforce or outside the Salesforce. Again, it is a configurational services which help us to retrieve, transform, and updating our data. Now there are four types of Data Raptors available. There's Data Raptor Turbo Extract, there's a Data Raptor Extract, Data Raptor Load, and Data Raptor Transform. So we'll be covering more on these topics. Now what we'll do is we'll go into the application and we'll try to explore what are the components available on the Data Raptor tab and how we can import, export, how we can search, and what are the naming conventions we need to follow, right? So let's get started. I'm in Salesforce application now. And if you look at this, I have opened the Vlocity Digital Studio app, and wherein we have predefined set tabs. If you want to go to the Data Raptor, you have to select Data Raptor Designer. Let's say you are not into this Vlocity Digital Studio app. What you can do is you can go into this app launcher and start searching for Data Raptor. So it will show, and you can open the Data Raptor Designer. Right. So we'll go through this component. What are the available components? Like once this Data Raptor Designer tab opens, so the Data Raptors already created Data Raptors will be show up on this page, right? And what you can do is you can go and search here, like quick search kind of thing, right? So you can search that. And we have a refresh button here, and we have a filter wherein if you want to filter out components, based on the components which are associated team or you are currently working, you can do that. So we have a data pack concept wherein Velocity we can import data, export data, which is related to Velocity, right? That here it is. Like let's say I have a Data Raptor and I want to import it, right? I want to import a component from a downloaded component from local, so I can browse it and I can do it. So right? In a similar fashion, I have an export functionality wherein let's say this Data Raptor I want to export, right? It supports one or many. So if I click here, Data Raptor Extract, it will extract and download it locally. Yeah, one thing we need to keep it in mind that whenever we are exporting a data pack related to Velocity, it will not get export the Apex classes. So just need to keep that in mind. Right? You can change the name here. And it can be It can be added or imported into same or different org. I mean, the advantage is that, let's say you are working in a dev and something broken in a sandbox or a QA, and as a quick fix, what you can do is you can import a data pack which is exported from working org, right? All right, so let's go ahead and see what are the components available in whenever we are trying to create a new DataRaptor. Yeah, so this is the model which opens up when you want to create a DataRaptor. Right? So what I'll do is I will give a naming convention as DR, right? And I'll give a object name, let's say account, and what type of DataRaptor it is extract, right? Yeah, so this way we can follow this, right? Again, this is already exists. So what I'll do is for demo purpose I'm creating, right? So I'll give it as a demo, right? Yeah, so this is not available, so that it will not show the error. So there are 4 types of interfaces available, like extract, turbo, load, and transfer. Right? Based on what type of DataRaptor you're trying to create, you need to choose one. Again, the input type is like it supports JSON, XML, and custom. Based on what type of data you are passing it to this DataRaptor, we need to choose the relevant one. So at this point, again, the output also is provided. So I'll be choosing JSON, and I'll keep this description as is here, the name of the DR. Right? So here, different type of tabs will show up. We'll go through each one by one and we'll see what is the use case for this. So whenever you are dealing with DataRaptor extract, it will show extract tab first. So what it does is you need to select a Salesforce object wherein from which object you are trying to pull the data, right? So let's say I'm trying, this is related to my account object, right? So I'll give an account object. Right. So all these remaining things we'll discuss more on DataRaptor extract video, but the common tabs will be just discussing now, right? So coming to the formulas, right? So let's say this is just a transformation, the small amount transformation. You can do it within the DataRaptor extract. So the use cases like let's say you are pulling a billing address details, and whenever you are trying to pull, you need to pull it like street, city, state, country, all that stuff. But your requirement might be like you need to show it single line. So that time what you can do is you can concatenate. You can concatenate, and you can set up result path, right? Result path will be again set it in output, right? Yeah, the other important thing is like if you want to disable any of the component, if you select is disabled, that will be disabled. Moving ahead with output, here you can configure what should be the output from input field from Salesforce to the what field it has to map for my JSON. So that can be configured. And options are like out of box. Vlocity provides like if you want to cache a session level or cache, you can do that. And if you want to check the field level security and all that stuff, just for security purpose, you can do that. And here is the preview wherein you need to provide the input parameters, and you can do it two-way, like you can just give this way like account ID or value, or you can provide it in JSON format as well. Once the required parameter you have provided, you need to execute. So the response or output will be shown up here. Sometimes what happens is the response may not be changing. In that case, what you can do is you can clear this data, provide it again, and execute. Let's say you have errors. You get into errors, but you're not understanding. So errors will be showing up in the error tab, right? So again, here's a quick match and all that stuff. So we'll understand more into quick match, clone, all that process while dealing with individual DataRaptors. So thank you so much for watching this video. We will be discussing more on individual DataRaptors in next